Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to our video presentation made by the team The Moon. The members of the team are me, Normatova Mukhlisa, and Rahimova Kamola, the students of Tashkent State University of Economics. First of all, thank you a lot to our supervisor Lyudmila Murodova helping us to take this video. In this specific presentation, we are going to discuss how to implement ESG-linked loans in Uzbek banks. Before dwelling on our main topic, let's have a look at our plan for today. We are going to cover our topic with 4 steps, and first 2 steps are covered by me and other 2 plans are covered by my partner Kamola. And also here's our email address and phone numbers. If you have any questions related to our topic, please feel free and contact us through the links below. If you learn something new from this video, we will be happy. Let's talk about our main topic. First of all, we need to know what is ESG-linked loans by itself. Sustainability-linked loans, also known ESG, environmental, social and governance loans, and they are general corporate purpose loans. And also ESG-linked loans are revolving credit facilities that have an additional intention of facilitating and grow and supporting environmental and social sustainable economic activity and growth. To say it more simply, all debts aimed at improving the situation in environmental, social and governance sphere are called ESG loans. For example, financing the projects aimed at proper usage of natural resources and energy, and also diminishing carbon emission as well as pollution and waste are also known ESG loans. You will be aware of some ESG factors from this slide. And now let's talk about ESG rating. ESG rating help investors to identify the ESG risks in order to not to lose their money, not to lose their funds, and invisible. ESG ratings shows us the drawbacks of the companies that are invisible. One of the widely mentioned system is the MSCI ESG score. MSCI uses a rules-based methodology in order to identify the industrial leaders and industrial laggers. According to rules of this methodology, companies are rated on an AAA to CCC. And according to some statistical information all over the world, only 24% of companies receive a rating of AAA to AA, and this means that they are leaders. Leaders can manage all its companies' ESG risks, so environmental, social and governance risks, better than their peers. If your company is rated triple B, double B and just A, your company is considered average, its average position. And this means that your company is managing its ESG issues relatively well. And finally, if your company is rated just B and triple C, your company is lower position than others, and they are considered laggards. Let's talk about the position in Europe. Sustainability-linked loans continue to attract attention in European loan market. Before this time, they have focused on investment-grade loans. However, coming leveraged loan features into after coming leveraged loan features into leveraged loan agreements, signaling that European loan market is beginning to embrace environmental, social and governance issues. The green loan principles aim to create a new framework of market standards and guidelines, as well as offer consistent methodology that can be used in any sphere in green loan market. And also they have been developed by leading leaders that are most active in green loan market to promote development and integrity of green loan products. Sustainability pricing ratchets can operate on either one-way or two-way basis. The one-way basis means that if you are a borrower and if you are satisfied with the predetermined sustainability targets, the margin on loan is reduced. If you are not, the margin does not change. Two-way basis is more alternative than one way because it retains margin discount upon satisfying predetermined sustainability targets. Since the underlying objective is to incentivize the borrowers to improve ESG performance, perhaps it's not a surprise that a lot of sustainability linked.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kamala, as my partner mentioned in the beginning of the presentation. I'm pleased to inform you about the experience of Uzbekistan in ESG-linked loans and the European method that we might be able to implement in Uzbekistan. So, let's get started. In Uzbekistan, there is a gradual increase in activity in the field of green finance. If initially this segment was presented mainly in the form of grants from international financial institutions, then in recent years other instruments such as green loans and bonds have been introduced. In November 2021, the EBRD provided a loan in the amount of $10 million to JSCB Hamkor Bank. In July 2022, the EBRD, the same company, signed a number of agreements to provide Uzbek Bank with a loan of $50 million with the possibility of conversion into bank shares. The government of the Republic was the first in the CIS region and one of the first in the world to place government bonds aimed at financing sustainable development goals, sovereign SDG bonds. The volume of the issue amounted to $635 million and $235 million. Both issues are denominated in Uzbek soms. The Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Economic Development and Poverty Reduction are mainly engaged in the development of the ESG direction in Uzbekistan. Together with the State Asset Management Agency, the departments are responsible for accelerating the process of transition to a green economy of enterprises with state participation, and is for the period up to 2030. In May 2020, the President of Uzbekistan approved a 5-year strategy for reforming the banking sector to solve its main problems such as excessive state participation, insufficient competition, poor quality of corporate governance, and banking services provided. To support the government's efforts to reform the financial sector, the Board of Executive Directors of the World Bank approved the provision of a concessional 5-year loan of $15 million in the same year. The development of ESG regulation is at the initial level in Uzbekistan. The main focus is to improve the quality of life in the country and simplify business procedures. In order to implement ESG into life, we must pass following steps: develop a strategic ESG roadmap, implementation of action plans, report your progress. So, develop a strategic ESG roadmap. A strategic roadmap provides a compelling ESG framework that gives stakeholders a clear picture of your strengths, goals, and directions. Implementation of action plans. To effectively implement an ESG program requires the integration of ESG into business practices and processes. You need to outline programs to stay in shape all year long, so you are prepared when the ESG spotlight shines on your company. Report your progress. Regardless of the standards, frameworks, or guidance used to tell our story, the most important component of reporting is communicating our information externally in a clear manner. To develop our report, we first need to decide what we want our report to accomplish. In addition to external communication, it's good to provide regular internal updates to reinforce the importance of ESG to the organization and acknowledge contributions employees have made toward achieving goals. Finally, review and update our ESG strategy regularly to ensure our company stays aligned with stakeholders and business expectations. This is not a one-time assessment, but a living and breathing strategy that we need to continue to nurture and grow. So that was the end of presentation, nearly end of presentation. If you have any questions, you can easily contact us through these addresses, or you can use these links for additional information by yourself. And thank you a lot for your attention. Bye!